Hello, hello. Welcome to the afternoon show. Let's see what is going on in the world. What is going on? I like this format better so I can share with you. I think this is the story that I'm seeing right now. ICE defends agent who smashed car window. Let's take a look.
Escalated there with them smashing the window. Now, the attorney also says, and his wife says, that he has no criminal record, that while he did cross into the U.S. legally, they were trying to adjust his status, and he appears to qualify for a form of asylum. So that was underway when, of
Okay.
course, this happened and he was detained. Now, I will also note that the Department of Homeland Security often
Ooh.
defers to the to
Oh,
Immigration and Customs Enforcement on
crazy.
on how they decide to proceed with any type of encounter and their discretion. We saw this earlier in the year with some of the memos
Okay.
that they put out, particularly when doing enforcement, for example, near churches or schools, essentially putting the onus on the officers to decide whether something is appropriate or not. I will
Okay.
also note that not long ago, we were similarly covering the story of a Salvadoran woman who was in the vehicle with her daughter in Maryland, and her window was also shattered, and she was taken into custody. We've continued to report on what exactly it is that they have held her
Okay.
for, but certainly this is
Interesting.
something that we've seen over now.
Okay, very interesting. So I guess it's up to the ICE agent themselves to see what they want to do. They want to smash into your car window. That's what they can do. Very interesting. Let's read some comments. Let's look at some of these comments. Okay. This is how fascism starts. Interesting. I mean, that is a comment. This is how it starts when you start, you know, letting them run wild like this. I don't know. Ooh, operator. Is that the guy that's in El Salvador that they sent away? Let's look into that. The last time I checked, I think a senator was supposed to go over there. Let me type that up in real quick. Let's see. Did that senator make it over there? Because when I said that senator wanted to visit them, my first thought was they're just gonna lock up that senator too. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's stop. It's fine. Okay. Oh, Senator Van Hollen blocked from El Salvador. Let's see this. Ooh. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Here, close. Sorry, I'm trying to close. Well, let's just refresh. That will get rid of this. Okay, let's see. This senator guy, he wanted to travel to El Salvador to check on. Ooh, let's play this. Oh, it's so slow. Anyways, Alvarado. He wanted to go over there and check on.
Breast cancer cells multiply.
While this ad is going, I'll just talk. He wanted to go over there to check on the guy that got deported to El Salvador when he wasn't supposed to. The courts said not to, and then they deported him anyways. So let's.
If you listen to President Trump and the Trump administration, you would think that the U.S. courts have found that Mr. Abrego Garcia is part of MS-13, but in fact, they have not found that. In fact, recently, a U.S. federal court judge said that the Trump administration did not have evidence to support the claim that he had.
That part is kind of crazy. So if you guys don't know what happened, a while back, someone accused this guy of being in MS-13, and he wasn't even in that state at that time, and it's just some guy accused him. If that is true, that is actually pretty insane, because if that was the case, I can go around and start accusing anybody, or you can start accusing anybody of being in any organization, and they can deport you. Like, you know what I mean? Because how they're doing it right now is they're saying, oh, you're in this group, you're against America, and you need to be deported, you need to go to the mega prison. But if they don't actually fact check anything, and they're just saying, hey, that guy over there, he's in this organization, that's bad, deport him. That could happen to anybody, because Trump is already talking about deporting American citizens, prisoners and whatnot, it's not that far off from just deporting people he doesn't like.
Ever been part of MS-13. I'm asking President Bukele, under his authority as president of El Salvador, to do the right thing and allow Mr. Abrego Garcia to walk out of a prison, a man who's charged with no crime, convicted of no crime,
Mhm.
and who was illegally abducted from the United States.
Okay, so that's actually kind of interesting. So he actually did go to El Salvador? Huh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen denied entry into El Salvador prison. Okay, he wanted to do a wellness check. Some people are saying that that Garcia guy is no longer with us. I don't know. Have you guys heard this? That conspiracy theory that they sent him away. That's the reason why they can't bring him back, because he is already gone. That is a theory. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard of my take on this mega prison thing, but I was saying that this is just the first step of them making big labor camps. I don't know. This is just a fun theory that I've been talking about. That you get Greenland, all right? This is a multi-step process. And again, I'm just talking for fun. You get Greenland, okay? Greenland's got a lot of land, unused land, because Greenland is multi-acres. Let's see real quick, okay? Let's see. How big is Greenland? Let's go to Google. Okay. How big is Greenland? Okay. 836 miles squared. Okay. Compared to US. Okay. It's about quarter the size of the US. Okay. Let's see. Look at this map. You see this? Let's go to images. You see this? You see this? All right. So this is Greenland if it was inside the United States, right? Now think about this, okay? This is my theory. Not theory, it's just speculation, I guess. Trump wants to get Greenland, multi things about Greenland, okay? As the water around Greenland melts, it's going to become a major trading area. Oh, here's a better map, I guess. Okay, there's Greenland, right? This water that's around Iceland, Greenland, this area here, it's hard to get ships through. It's water, frozen water, right? And let me just make this bigger so you guys can actually see. Okay, here we go. So look Greenland, okay? Greenland is up here. And you want to trade with America, right? You want to trade? Well, there's a trading route that can run through Greenland, that goes through Greenland. If you own Greenland, you can control this trading route here. Now, ships don't go through there very often right now because the water is icy, and ice is bad for boats. But as the water melts and global warming is a thing, you're going to get more boats that go through this area more efficiently, right? And so you can trade with Europe more efficiently, because right now they kind of go through the bottom-ish area, but you can go through the top area, okay? Now, and what else does Greenland have? Lots of land, lots of raw, precious rare earths. And with this trade war going on with China, what have we realized? We need the rare earths because they cut off our supply of magnets, and that is a big deal. Okay, we need to build rare earth refineries. Okay, and this is what I was thinking. Okay, you get Greenland, you go boop boop, Greenland. Okay, and then you build work camps. And what do you fill these work camps with? Immigrants and convicts and criminals. Greenland could be our new Australia, the new Australia, basically. That's what I was thinking. You know? Right? I don't know. So what do you guys think about this so far? You guys following along, or is this like I'm getting out into the weeds? But yeah, so Greenland, you get Greenland, it's got rare earth thieves, and you build these mega camps and you start sending people over there. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So that's why I feel like where were we? We were talking about the concentration camps. I feel like that is a possible plan. And this Borrego guy is gone. The Mr. Borrego is gonesies. What else is a top news? Top news today. Okay, let's see. The Florida shooting situation, I covered that in another stream earlier. That's a bad situation, but at the same time, like I said, I just feel like we've gone numb. Like it's a terrible thing to say. I just feel like we've gone numb to this scenario. The main thing that I found very fascinating about this is that the guy's still alive, so we can question him, and I hope they do. I hope they grill him like crazy. The other thing that I found very fascinating about the shooting thing is that when they asked Trump about it, he was in a meeting with the prime minister or president, whatever, of Italy. And I just find it interesting or maybe funny. What does that guy think while he's hearing the news in America that we have these shootings? And people are just like, what else? That's just part of America. That's the American experience. Like, do they have guns in Italy? Are guns allowed in Italy? Italy. Ooh, yes, guns are generally allowed in Italy, but ownership is heavily regulated. Okay. Individuals need to purchase an authorization to buy and possess. Okay. Okay. Can you own a gun in Italy? Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay, but they check everything. Criminal, health, mental. Okay. Harder to own a gun in America or Italy? Let's see this. Okay, generally harder to own firearms in Italy. They have more controls, license, background checks. Okay, interesting. I don't know. Sometimes I just think about these things and I'm just like, I wonder. I just wonder. Okay. Okay, that's what we found. All right, back to this. Okay, RFK, child autism. Trump threatens to block international students unless Harvard shares student data. What do they want with the data? The data. What do they need with the data? Oh, this is interesting. Supreme Court to hear oral arguments on whether Trump can implement birthright citizenship plan. This is actually a very crazy thing to me too, because deep down, if you really go back, aren't we all immigrants? And you kind of just, second generation in, and you kind of forget that your parents came here from somewhere else, or your grandparents came here, and then another generation removed from that. People just forget. Like some families have been here so long that they forgot that they came here at some point too. That nobody is no one's a natural American. So I don't know, that this part seems a little crazy too. If this goes through, this is not something that I can, like, obviously being Asian and knowing a lot of minorities, this is not something that I can support. But to each its own, we can only do what they allow us to do. You only have so much control. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say on what is going on in the world. But very crazy if this goes through. And all right, I think that Okay, you know, so that's that. What else is going on in the world? Let's look at more positive news. That's why we want good news. When you look at the news, it's always bad. Let's look at some good news. Let's go. Good news today. All right, here we go. Good News Network. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Good News Network. Okay. Hundreds of volunteers to form a human chain to get. Okay. That's weird. Wait. Hundreds of volunteers form a human chain to get 9,000 books to new location in an indie bookstore. That's where do you get all these? Let's look into this. Where do you get all these people to stand around? Don't these people have jobs? This is Michigan bookstore. Okay, let's look more of this. That's crazy. Look at this. So, what? Okay. Everyone involved. New space was just okay. So they moved locations. It's 350 feet from the old one in just 2 hours. So basically, around the corner, this bookstore moved, and instead of, I guess, spending their own money to move the books, they got a bunch of people to come together and move the books for them. Very interesting. So it took 2 hours. Okay. Very cool. Oh, there's a video. You can watch on Instagram. Oh, but I don't have Instagram. Oh. Let's. Oh, no, we don't want sound. All right, interesting. This is pretty cool, though. I wonder how many husbands got dragged here by their wives. Because if I'm looking at the crowd, right? It's mostly females, and then the males that are there, I assume they're there with their wives. Oh, but these people look like fun people. Maybe we should all be moving to Michigan. This is pretty cool. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Oh my gosh, there's more inside? Wow, this is a nice bookstore. How do bookstores even stay in business? I visited a bookstore last weekend, and they were selling books for like $2. It's like secondhand bookstore. I don't understand how. Oh, Chelsea's consignment. Oh, I guess they make money off consignment, but like, I don't understand how bookstores stay in business at all. Do you guys have any idea? Because like, you have the space, right? And let's just say the space is 2,000 a month. Like, where do you how are they moving that many books that they can afford to pay 2,000 every month? Yeah, I don't know. All right, that's it for today. I'll be back later. Thank you.